7, number 26, batting eighth, number 25, Tommy Angelo Kukas. Batting ninth, number 11, Emily Tuffy. And the flex, number 4, Maddie Gibbons. Now for the home team, the Centralia Trailblazers. Beginning with their reserves, number 9, Jaden Shaughnessy. Number 18, Devaney Kleemeyer. Number 22, Katie Griezmann. Their lineup, batting first, number 5, Bootsy Hockett. Batting second, number 2, Olivia Dean. Batting third, number 7, Dakota Brooks. Batting fourth, number 15, Jamie Carlson. Batting fifth, number 23, McKenna Smith. Batting sixth, number 1, Skylar Wilson. Batting seventh, number 27, Shelby Levine.
I'm ready.
Batting eighth, number 8, Alyssa Jorgensen.
And a big welcome back to the beautiful Dwight Merkle Sports Complex in Spokane, Washington, as we get ready for day 2 of the NWAC tournament action. We've got a B bracket matchup between the Olympic College Rangers and the Centralia Trailblazers. Hello, everybody. I am Wes Tucker. I'll be keeping you company throughout this matchup today. And right here on the NWAC Sports Network. Without further ado, let's take a look at our starting lineup for the Rangers. It's going to look a little something like this. It's going to be Tasaki leading off as the third baseman. Kessler Polino playing second. Nisbet is catching today. Natasha Vincent will be playing first. Shania Nisbet playing right field. Taylor Clark, the shortstop, followed by the pitcher, Kyler Sukata. Tommy Angelo Kukas in left field. And Emily Tuffy, the designated player who is hitting for Mandy Gibbons, playing center field today. And they're going to be facing the arm of Dakota Brooks. Again, a two-time team MVP for the Centralia Trailblazers, has had a dandy of a season. So we take a quick look at her stats. A 6.52 ERA with 145 strikeouts to her name. She's also walked 78 throughout the course of the 2019 campaign. And the sophomore measures in at 5'5" and is ready to take on the Olympic Rangers. And Centralia ended up losing in their first matchup, and in doing so took the loss against Clackamas, who lost to North Idaho last night. And now we are set to go. It is going to be Tasaki to lead off, and she'll take a called strike to kick things off here in day 2. Again, a pretty substantial rain out of day 1 of the tournament. Forced operations to begin yesterday as this ball is skied into shallow left center. Calling for it and making the grab is the left fielder Benson. And there is one gone. Only a couple of pitches it took, and we are underway defensively. The Blazers look like this. It's going to be Benson in left, Hockett in center, Olsen in right. And from third to first, Jorgensen, Dean, Levang, and Smith, with Carlson doing the catching as the first pitch from Brooks to Polino is a called strike. So both hitters so far have seen first pitch strikes. And the 0-1 pitch, and off speed, swung on and missed. Boy, very good speed differential there for Brooks. So we take a look at Polino with 9 home runs on the 2018 campaign. And check swing, and yes, did she go? We'll see. And no. It looked like the home plate umpire initially signaled yes, she went. But instead they appealed down to Bill Wagner at first base, and he said no go. So 1-2 the count, and now she'll get the swing and a miss on a fastball. Very fast-paced work for Brooks here in the first inning, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Michelle Nisbet. Again, Nisbet, a sophomore, as is her sister Shania, both in the starting lineup today for the Olympic Rangers. Again, a few other games going on around the complex. We'll update you on those as updates become available. And a swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. The count goes to 0-2 to the Rangers catcher. Battle of 1 and 2 seeds in the B bracket. Mount Hood and Bellevue going at it. Big Bend and Clackamas. And a swing and a miss. Strike 3. So in quick fashion, go the Rangers 1, 2, 3 in the first. On to the home first. Centralia due up.
We see you. Be your creative self at Clark College. We see you. Be your curious self at Clark College.
So quick top half of inning number 1 for Olympic, and Centralia going to look to fight with this lineup today. It's going to be Britzy Hockett leading off, Olivia Dean, the shortstop, Dakota Brooks, the pitcher, Jamie Carlson, McKenna Smith at first base, Skylar Olson in right, Shelby Levang at second, Alyssa Jorgensen at third, and rounding things out will be Jaden Benson in left. No designated player today, no flex spot being utilized by Centralia, and they're going to be facing Kyler Sukata. So the first offering is going to miss downstairs. They count 1-0. Sukata with a one-hit shutout in the first game of the tournament. They collected that win against the Big Bend Vikings. And now Sukata misses upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes to Britzy Hockett. .532 the batting average for the Trailblazers center fielder this year. Now has a 2-0 count. Pitch on the way. Fastball upstairs, and the count runs to 3-0. Again, on-base percentage for Centralia as a team this year was .491, and a huge on-base percentage in the upper 500s was Britzy Hockett this year. The 3-0 is going to be a slow pitch that catches the knees, a called strike. And Hockett did have a couple of home runs as well, 30 RBI. And the 3-1 pitch from Sukata, grounded toward third, fielded cleanly by Tasaki. Throw across to first is in time to get the speedy Hockett. 5-3 on the putout. And there's one gone defensively. The Rangers look like this. It is Angelo Kukas in left, Gibbons in center, and Nisbet in right. Tasaki at third, Clark at short, Polino at second, Vincent at first, and Nisbet doing the catching as Olivia Dean makes her way to the plate, her first at-bat today, and will take ball 1 upstairs. Dean also a very high average hitter with a batting average of .526 through the 2019 campaign. Awaiting her 1-0. Pitch on the way from Sukata. And it's going to miss low and in. 2-0 the count. And a freshman out of Chehalis, Washington, measuring in at 5'5", playing shortstop today for the Blazers. And the 2-0. Fastball catching the outside corner, 2-1. And a heartbreaking loss for Olympic last night. They lost to Edmonds. So we take a look at Sukata, again a freshman, doing a great job in the tournament as this ball is lofted down the left field line and foul. It will hit the corner, goes down as a long strike number 2. So a little late on that fastball. Wind as well is tearing through the Spokane Valley like a hot knife through butter. That's going to play a big role in some of the hits today. It's blowing out toward right field, so lefties who pull the ball are going to get the biggest reward. The 2-2 swung on. There's a pop-up to the left side, and that's going to land in the middle of nowhere for the Olympic defense, and the count will remain 2-2. Sukata, in 2019, an ERA of 7.36. She struck out 55 and walked 70. And she had a masterful performance in Game 1. Game 2 felt some tightness in her hamstring after the game. And there's a fastball that runs up and hits the helmet of Dean. In talking with Coach Buss before the ball game about Sukata, was going to be a true game time decision whether or not she was going to be the arm to take the circle for the Rangers. And here comes Dakota Brooks, batting .514 with 18 home runs and 82 RBI. And she swings at the first pitch and lops it foul to the right side. The count 0-1. And runner on first, Dean, has stolen a couple of bases for Centralia at this point. She's 2 for 2 in that category. And is very quick. Brooks can put a ball into the gap, and strike 2 is going to be taken near the top of the strike zone. Again, Brooks, another fantastic season. MVP for Centralia, without a doubt. And waiting on deck is Carlson, 0-2. Sukata in the circle. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball that misses outside. The count 1-2. And when you have a team that hits for such a high average, I mean, the 1 through 4 hitters all hitting above 400. Here's a ground ball toward shortstop. It's going to be fielded. The throw to first is in time to get Brooks. So 6-3 on the ground out. Again, a slow roller there, just on the replay, and beating her by a couple of steps is the throw from Clark. And that's going to bring up Jamie Carlson, the catcher. And Carlson also a fine year with 19 home runs. Drove in 69 of the RBI for Centralia this year. And her first offering from Sukata is going to be a fastball that misses up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Olympics got their 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up in the top of the second inning. And now the 1-0 offering to the Centralia catcher. Swung on and grounded toward short. Played on the backhand. Throw across is in time. What a play by Clark over at shortstop. See if we can get another look at that. An absolutely brilliant play. So you take a look. Hard contact off the bat. And a great backhanded pick to save a run from scoring. So we go to the top of the second inning. A 0-0 score in Spokane.
I chose Centralia College for a couple reasons. Financially, it was just the best option for me. Some colleges that will have people redshirting as a freshman, but you don't get to do that here. You go right into playing, developing your skills and your talents. You're gonna have fun and you're gonna learn a lot. My name is Britzy Hockett. I play softball at Centralia College, and I go boldly.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
My name is Felix Bunton, and I am a CT technologist, and I work at Inland Imaging. I worked 3 jobs during the program, and I had a baby going in, and then I had another baby while in the program. And not recommended. Finished, like I said, in June of '09. I had a job right out the gate. SEC, it's great. The program stemmed from something that was already in the community. Coming from the military, I've always been kind of a service-oriented person, always wanted, to help. I'm Felix Bunton, and this is my college, my community.
So on we go to the second inning of play here, a 0-0 score, and the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up for the Rangers, beginning with Natasha Vincent. And the first pitch to her will miss high. Again, Vincent also a questionable entry into today's game by Coach Buss. He's talking about how there was some problems with her knees after the game last night. And takes a called strike. Said it was on a dive over at shortstop. Had to be checked out by the training staff before coming into today's game. And now her 1-1 offering is going to be swung on and beaten foul down the third baseline. Fielded cleanly, however, by Jorgensen. And the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Vincent hit her 7th home run of the 2019 campaign back in game 1 of the tournament. And it was an absolute gun show that Olympic put on against the Vikings, as she'll take downstairs to knock the count up 2-2. And Olympic slugging percentage this year was .555. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the third strikeout of the morning so far for Brooks. And that's going to bring up Shania Nesbitt, the right fielder. And a sophomore, 5'6", and the pitch on the way, swinging a tapper foul. It's going to hit the front fence in front of the Olympic dugout. 1 away here in the top of the second. Clark waiting on deck, the shortstop for the Rangers. The 0-1 pitch is going to be taken upstairs, 1-1 the count. Get an action-packed day of NWAC softball. Second game to be broadcast here on Field 1 will be North Idaho and Walla Walla. And a easy strike on the inside corner, 1-2. And Brooks did collect a total of 145 strikeouts up to this point. Now we're 1-2 in the dirt in the other batter's box as well. 2-2 goes the count. We've also got one more B bracket matchup today for you on Field 1. Game is to be determined as this ball's beaten in the ground toward third, and the throw to first is in plenty of time from Jorgensen, 2 gone. So a 2 away, it's going to bring up the shortstop for Olympic. That's Taylor Clark. And Clark with a batting average sub 300, hitting .284. One of 2 hitters in this order who is sub 300, and she'll bunt the first pitch foul, the count 0-1. And the hitters so far for Olympic through the top 5 hitters have been stymied. And now the 0-1 swung on, and here's a pop-up that's going to hit the screen right in front of me. So 0-2 the count. Brooks has a couple of pitches she can play with. The pitcher, Kyler Sukata, waits on deck for Olympic. And the 0-2 swung on and tapped foul. So we'll see if Brooks elects to waste a pitch there. She does have a quality off speed. See if she can get it below the knees, getting Clark to chase it. And into her motion she goes. The 0-2 pitch swung on and beaten towards second base. Going to be picked up by Levang, underhand to first. He is in time. So another 1-2-3 inning for Brooks and the Blazers. We go to the home second, still 0-0 in Spokane.
I am strong. I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination. Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
We see you. Be your resourceful self at Clark College. We see you. Be your creative self at Clark College.
Be sure to follow the NWAC on Twitter and Facebook at NWAC Sports and on Instagram at NWAC Sports 1 for all the latest NWAC news. Also visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on schedules, scores, stats, and more. Fans, don't forget to check out the official tournament merchandise for t-shirts, sweatshirts, Under Armour gear, and more. Everything is fully customizable. Get your tournament gear today. Supplies are limited. Visit them online at nwacstore.com/NWAC.
Home half of inning number 2 as we got ourselves a 0-0 ball game. And for the Trailblazers, it is going to be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up. Be McKenna Smith, Skylar Olson, and Shelby Levang to face Sukata, who got through the last inning without allowing a hit, but did hit a batter with a pitch. And she's ready to go here. Her first offering of the second is an off-speed pitch that catches the outside corner of the count. No balls and 1 strike. And Smith, the freshman first baseman out of Centralia, Washington. And the 0-1. Swing, and there's a ground ball up the middle. A base hit right through the legs of the pitcher, Sukata. First hit of the ball game, and it goes to the Blazers. So the runner on, they'll bring up the right fielder, Skylar Olson. And Centralia, an interesting case as they do not have a player in the flex spot. And not often you see that in softball. No designated player, no flex position. Olympic is playing with one. And showing bunt and missing at the attempt. Throw back to first is not in time. So strike 1, she offered at the bunt attempt. .345 the batting average for Olson over the course of the year. And the 0-1 shows bunt again, offers again, and misses. Boy, and nothing will make a coach more livid than missing 2 sacrifice attempts in a row. And now you've got that tough decision as a coach, is do you have her try to drop another bunt down with 2 strikes, or do you have her swing away? So you can get a shot there. And there's a pitch that'll miss badly outside. Count is 1-2. And that is head coach Kevin Slory out there at third base. And there's a swing and a miss. Throw to first is going to go over toward right field. So a strikeout and an errored throw is going to put the runner in scoring position. So it might as well have happened on a sacrifice itself. So a gift given to the Blazers here, and there's 1 gone. Now I'll bring up the second baseman, Shelby Levang. 421 batting average, 9 home runs, and takes ball 1 outside. And Levang, one of the smaller players in the tournament this year, proof that you do not have to be a big hitter to put up big power numbers. And there's a swing and a line drive. That's going to dump into left, and they're going to hold the runner at third. So runners at the corners with 1 out for Centralia. 2 base hits in the inning, and here comes Alyssa Jorgensen. Boy, perfect piece of opposite field hitting there. Bloops it right in front of Kukas, but a quality throw keeps the run from scoring. And it looks like runs are going to be at a premium in this contest, so a very wise decision, in my opinion, to hold up the runner. You don't want to risk getting an out at home plate. Rather easy one with the arm of Kukas in the left. And now an RBI chance for Jorgensen out of Shelton, Washington. And the count 1-0. Runner at first. Levang does have a couple of stolen bases. We'll see if the Blazers try to put some pressure on with a stolen base. Here's a swing and a tapper in front of the circle. Only play is to first, and they will get the out. And then there's a collision between the runner and first baseman. No obstruction, and now here comes Coach Buss to talk about it. So we take a look, a little tapper in front of the circle. The throw came in. The question is, did the first baseman stretch into the running lane there? Didn't look like she did initially. Now the umpires are going to talk it out. And they're going to make sure that the first baseman, Vincett's okay. So you had Coach Eric Buss out there talking things over. And now, kind of reenacting the play for the umpiring crew, and it looks like nothing is going to change. Didn't look like initially she stretched in to the runner's lane, so the appeal will be to no avail. And there's two gone as we take another look. The throw, boy, it looked like she may have stretched in there a little bit, but nonetheless she held on to the ball. Two runners in scoring position now on the 1-3 ground out, and now it'll be the left fielder, Jaden Benson, to hit with two in scoring position. Pitch on the way from Sukata, missing outside, 1-0. Benson batting .243. She does have 20 RBI. Sophomore out of Pocatello, Idaho. Top of the order in Hockett waits on deck. 1-0 pitch. Fastball catching the corner this time, 1-1. When Centralia had an absolutely powerful season, ending up with 80 home runs and a slugging percentage of .715. The off-speed pitch just missing off the corner. The count goes to 2-1. Again, good presence of mind of the runner at third, and that is Smith to not try to score on that. It would have been an easy flip to the catcher covering for the out. The 2-1 pitch. Off speed missing outside, 3-1. When you've got the hitter with the highest average on the team on deck, this is not the player you want to put on to load the bases. You need to get this one out. The 3-1 pitch. Fastball on the outside corner, 3-2, so a big payoff pitch is going to be due to the Centralia left fielder. See if Sukata can work her way out of trouble. Boy, it would be something. The payoff pitch. Down low, ball four, and the bases are loaded for Hockett. And back to the top of the order we go in Britzy Hockett. Hockett grounded to third in her first at-bat. And now a big opportunity for Centralia to open up scoring. Pitch on the way. Here's a ground ball to third, and she's going to run it back to the bag herself and secure it with a dive. So a fielder's choice is how things will come to an end. As put out at third will be Levang. We played two complete and still a 0-0 score.
My name is Edwin. I'm a nursing student at North Idaho College. I want to be a nurse practitioner. I'm a senator for the student government. I am dedicated. I am a scientist. I am a leader. I am NIC.
My name's Trish. I'm a communication major at North Idaho College. I love music, dance, and videography. I want to work as a social media director. I'm creative, I'm an artist, I'm ambitious. I am NIC.
Clark College in Vancouver, Washington is enrolling for summer quarter. Whether you want to advance your career, complete a degree, or earn your high school diploma, Clark College can help you reach your goals. Visit clark.edu to learn more. Find success at Pierce College. Selected as one of the top 5 best community colleges in the nation, Pierce College offers more than 60 programs of study. Get started today at one of the nation's premier community colleges. Apply online at www.pierce.ct.
On we go to inning number 3 now, as we get a look there at the pitcher Brooks. 2 innings pitched, no hits, has struck out 4 to this point. A great performance so far. See if she can keep it up. 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up, beginning with Kyler Sukata, the pitcher for Olympic. Here's a swing and a little flare toward the right side, played easily by the first baseman Smith. So 1 pitch, 1 away, and here comes Tommy Angelo Kukas, the left fielder. And while she makes her way to the plate, let's take a look around the rest of the complex. Lower Columbia College leads Spokane 3-0 in the second. Mount Hood and Bellevue tied at 2 in the second inning. And Big Bend currently leading Clackamas by a score of 3-2. So a lot of close games going on. We're still scoreless here on field 1. So the first pitch will bounce in, 1-0. Boy, in a battle in the B bracket between the 1 and 2 seeds of the tournament. That is Mount Hood and Bellevue. We'll keep updates coming as they become available, as the 1-0 pitch will catch the outside corner. Again, next game to be broadcast for you will be right here on 12:30. It'll be North Idaho versus Walla Walla in the quarterfinal matchup in the A bracket. It's going to be a good one there. North Idaho and Clackamas. It was a very close game, 2-1 last night, up until the last inning, where North Idaho opened the floodgates, scoring 4 runs. And now a 2-2 count with 1 away to Angelo Kukas. 344 the batting average for her this year, and she'll swing and foul the ball straight back. The count 2-2. And Sukata popped up on the first pitch she saw in the half inning. And Emily Tuffy waits on deck. The 2-2 offering on the way. Fastball just below the knees. And the count runs full, 3-2. So a big payoff pitch due up. Swing, and there's a ground ball toward third. Played cleanly by Jorgensen. Throw across to Smith is in time. And quickly 2 gone here in the top of the third. So 2 away, and Tuffy will come to the dish. Tuffy, the other hitter in the lineup, who is sub 300, batting .294. Only 1 RBI on the year. A freshman from Stanwood, Washington. And time is going to be called. And it looks like the umpire actually went ahead and issued a warning to Brooks in the circle. Well, you see how umpires do that, especially if they notice somebody bring their hand close to their mouth. Could be licking the hand, trying to get some weight on the ball. That could be the issue. And you more often see it in baseball than you do softball. They always got to make sure that they wipe the hand after it's been in proximity. Here's a ground ball to shortstop, and then the throw across is not in time. So we'll see if they rule that a base hit or an error on the field. And it's going to be a base hit. So it appears Brooks is human after all, as she gives up a hit to Tuffy. And back to the top of the order we go into Saki. Boy, that's a tough ball to play out there deep in the 6 hole. And now an opportunity for the top of the Ranger order, as Tasaki will take a called strike right down Broadway to kick off her second at bat. 0 for 1 with a fly out back in the first inning. And takes a pitch inside to knock the count up at 1 apiece. Tuffy does have a stolen base. She's 1 for 1 in attempts on the season. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on and beaten foul to the Rangers dugout. The count 1-2. So finally breaking into the hit category of the Rangers. And Tasaki playing third base today. The 1-2 swing and a foul straight back. It's going to ring the fence back where I am, as you can see. So 1-2 the count. Good speed on first. And a big, powerful bat of Polino on deck. Breaking ball misses down low. Throw back to first is not in time. So deuces are wild here in the top half of inning number 3. 2-2, 2 away, a runner on. Still no score. Here's a pitch, swing, and there's a base hit to left field. So back-to-back go the 9-1 hitters. And now 2 on base for the power of the Olympic order. You're going to get a look there just past the dive of the third baseman, Jorgensen. And now, Polino, a big opportunity with a base hit could give the Rangers a 1-0 advantage. Swing and a miss on the off-speed pitch. Well, you can tell Polino was geared up to swing on the first pitch. Instead, she got a slow changeup and ended up a mile ahead of it. There's a swing and a flyer into right field, and camping underneath it is Olsen for the third out. So 2 hits in the inning and 2 runners left on base. We have played 2.5. Still no score in Spokane. Back after this. So on to the home half of inning number 3 we go. So we got ourselves a 0-0 score. Meanwhile, over on field number 2, the Red Devils have taken a 4-0 lead over Spokane, and Big Bend has widened their lead over Clackamas 6-2. And coming to the plate to lead things off is going to be Olivia Dean. 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up for the Trailblazers. The pitch on the way from Sukata. It's going to be a fastball that will catch the corner there. And so far today, Dean has been hit by a pitch, was the first Blazer to reach base, and takes down low. Count knots up at 1 apiece. And Sukata out there in her 3rd inning of work. Surrendered 2 hits in the last half inning she pitched. And the 1-1 inside, nearly hitting the kneecap of Dean this time. And this is a Trailblazers team that will absolutely punish you with mistake runners. And the 2-1 pitch on the way. And low and away, 3-1 the count. Boy, Dean is a quick runner, also has 16 home runs. So this is an opportunity for her to look for something near the heart of the plate. And the 3-1 is swung on and driven to deep left field, back at the wall, and it's going to take a couple of hops. On her way to second is Dean, and she'll coast in with a leadoff double. Well, it looked like that ball would carry a little more, but ended up over the head of the left fielder, Kukas. And now a runner in scoring position for Dakota Brooks, the ever dangerous Dakota Brooks, who grounded out to short in her first appearance. 18 home runs for Dakota this year. And takes ball one down low. Good aggressive secondary being taken out there at second by Dean. And it looks like Centralia is in prime position here to open up scoring in the home third. Pitch on the way is a fastball that misses upstairs in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. Dean, as mentioned earlier in the broadcast, does have a couple of swipes. Both of them were steals of second base, though. Did not attempt a steal of third. And the 2-0. Good pitch on the top of the strike zone. The count 2-1. Waiting on deck is Carlson, who leads Centralia in the power category with 19 home runs. And the 2-1 pitch swung on and fouled straight back. The count knots up at 2. This would be a huge out if they're able to get Dakota, especially as a strikeout. You get our GoPro angle there. And now the big 2-2 pitch from Sukata. On the way, just down low, and the count runs full. Again, not a terrible hitter to issue a walk to, but the hitter on deck can burn you just as bad, if not worse. So the payoff pitch from Sukata. Swing, and there's a flare into shallow right, and it's going to land a base hit. They're going to wave Dean home. The throw to the plate is in time but offline, and Centralia is on the board first. An RBI single by Dakota Brooks. Well, you take a look there, just a little flare over the head of the second baseman. The throw was definitely in time, just offline to Nisbet at home plate. And that's going to bring up Carlson with no outs and a runner on first. 1-0 Centralia here in the home third. And the pitch from Sukata missing outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Carlson grounded to shortstop in her first at bat. And the 1-0 just missing outside. 2-0 the count. Sukata none too pleased with the call there by home plate umpire Paul Keeper. Did look to be outside though. And the 2-0 pitch on the way. Swing, and there's a looper. Hauled in at second base on a leap by Polino. So 1 away after the single. Good way for Olympic to respond. And that's going to bring up McKenna Smith, who singled in her last plate appearance, was later stranded at third. And her first offering swung on and chopped foul to the left, 0-1. Winner of this contest will go on to play either Lower Columbia College or Spokane, as B bracket play will continue today. Again, there are potentials for teams to play 4 games in this Sunday of the tournament. And the 0-1 pitch swung on and hit way foul to the left. Count 0-2, so we'll see if Sukata elects to try and get the hitter Smith to chase. Again, she does have a quality 2-strike approach. You get a look there into the Centralia dugout. They're all fired up in there. The 0-2 pitch outside, bringing the count to 1-2. Again, North Idaho and Walla Walla will be the next broadcast game here on Field 1. 2 teams from the East region. And the 1-2 Swinging a pop-up in foul territory over by third. It's going to be hauled in by Tasaki. So a line out and a pop out after the RBI single. And there's two gone. You see just off the handle of the bat, and Tasaki had to contend with both the wind and the spin of the ball to get that out. And now with two away, it's going to bring up Skylar Olson, who struck out in her first appearance. Her first offering, swing and a miss. Good sinking pitch there from Sukata. Due up for Olympic in their half of the fourth is their 3, 4, and 5 hitters to try and respond to this one run scored in the third. And the 0-1 pitch. Missing outside, they'll throw to first, and no tag even applied. Loser of this game, unfortunately, will be headed home. Their season will come to a conclusion. And the 1-1 on the way. Swing and a miss, strike two. When you remember, Olson missed 2 bunt attempts in her last plate appearance. And our 1-2 in her second at bat. Swing and a miss, strike three. So second time we've written a K next to her name. But 1 run comes in to score, 2 hits in the inning. There were no errors and 1 runner left on base. We played 3 complete, and Centralia leads Olympic 1-0.
It begins with the ball. You see, a ball is not just leather and rubber. A ball is the seed that communities grow around. We're talking split-second moments that become indelible memories. It creates lifelong friendships. It's a reason for people to celebrate. A ball isn't just a ball. It's a life lesson. It's a tool you use to pursue your best. It's how you earn your greatest victories. How you learn to deal with failure. It's a test that you pass. It's a dream that you catch. It's a future you hold in your hands. It's not just a ball.
On we go to inning number 4, a 1-0 lead for Centralia. As you get a look at the flags out there, we've got some breezy conditions, although we picked a bad time to show you the flags and me to say that at the same time. As Nisbet will dig in, her first pitch is going to miss outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Brooks back out for her 4th inning of work. And there's a called strike. Again, Michelle Nisbet today 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Doing the catching today for Olympic. And here's the pitch. Swung on and line foul to the left side. The count 1-2. Good off-speed pitch from Brooks that time. And now we'll set up to do it again. And NWAC baseball starts up next weekend in beautiful Longview, Washington. Lower Columbia College hosting, as usual, as the 1-2 pitch misses downstairs. The count 2-2. And the 2-2 offering. Swung on and chopped foul again to the left side. Eric Buss going to be able to field it from the third base coach's box, and 2-2 the count remains. Get a 1-0 lead for Centralia. We saw a 1-0 game happen here on Field 1 as Walla Walla took down Lower Columbia by that score. And here's a flare and a diving catch made at first by Smith. My goodness, what a play over at first base. As you get a look here, it's a dying quail shot and a beautiful full extension dive from Smith. And the pop out to open things up here in the fourth from Nisbet. And here comes Natasha Vincent. Vincent will take ball one up and away. So we get an update from around the rest of the complex. Mount Hood now leads Bellevue 3-2 as a swing and a miss from Vincent brings the count even at 1-1. Spokane gaining some ground on Lower Columbia. They now trail by 1 run, 4-3, still in favor of the Red Devils. And Big Bend leads Clackamas 6-4. Another big swing by Vincent. And the count 1-2. Shania Nisbet waiting on deck. It's been a steady diet of off-speed pitches to Vincent in this at-bat. The 1-2, fastball late on the swing, so good pitch sequence there to get Vincent swinging, and there's 2 gone here in the fourth. Boy, sometimes a fastball looks just that much faster after seeing 4 off-speed pitches in a row, as was the case for Vincent. And now the pitch to Nesbitt, a fastball that skips in the dirt, the count 1-0. Nisbet today 0 for 1, grounded out to third in her first appearance. And the 1-0 pitch swung on and chopped foul in the box. So 1-1 goes the count. Again, that quality off-speed pitch from Brooks gets the hitter way out in front. And now the 1-1 offer on the way. Called strike. And the count 1-2. When there's that fastball again. So we'll see if they continue playing with fire or they go back to that off-speed pitch. Try and get the punch out, and it's the off-speed pitch, and it'll just miss outside. Deuces are wild. Here in the top half of inning number 4, 2-2 with 2 away. Centralia trying to hold on to this 1-run lead. Here's the pitch, a fastball missing upstairs, and the count will run full. In other games to come, Douglas and Edmonds will play in their quarterfinal matchup. Swing, and there's a ground ball toward the middle. Mishandled in the circle. The throw to first is in time. So Brooks is able to recover and pick up the 1-3 putout. So in order go the Rangers in their half of the fourth inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base, and still a 1-0 game. Back in Spokane after this.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
I chose Centralia College for a couple reasons. Financially, it was just the best option for me. Some colleges that will have people redshirting as a freshman, but you don't get to do that here. You go right into playing, developing your skills and your talents. You're gonna have fun and you're gonna learn a lot. My name is Britzy Hockett. I play softball at Centralia College, and I go boldly.
Let's see, I graduated from high school in 2008, went to UW for a year, came back to Spokane. You know, graduated, wasn't really sure what I was gonna do, so I headed to Spokane Falls. I feel like the energy in Spokane is evolving. Having a good, accessible college right here in town is a really important part of that. So I just started working at Helvetica, which is a local design firm. The Falls definitely prepared me for getting a good job right out of college.
My name is Morgan Lynch. This is my college, my community.
And you can see there the Walla Walla Warriors beyond the right field wall getting ready to go for their matchup with North Idaho. Again, we'll have that game broadcast for you right here on Field 1. In the meantime, it's the 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up For the Centralia Trailblazers, it'll be Shelby Levang, Alyssa Jorgensen, and Jaden Benson. Levang reached on a single in her first at-bat. And the first offering to her from Sukata. Good off-speed pitch that catches the inside corner. The count 0-1. And it was a ground ball toward the 6-hole. That got her on base in her previous at-bat. Here's a swing and a high pop-up to the left side that will leave play. Wind up over near field 4. No balls and 2 strikes. We'll see what Sukata does. Does she elect to go to that slow off-speed pitch, or does she try to burn the hitter up and in? And now the 0-2 pitch. Sukata into her motion. Upstairs. And the count 1-2. Again, Levang hit .421 over the course of the year. She did have 9 home runs. And the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and down she goes for out number 1. And that's going to bring up Alyssa Jorgensen, the third baseman. Grounded out to the pitcher in her most recent plate appearance. So we have an update from Field 2. Lower Columbia extends their lead 5-3 over Spokane in the third inning. First pitch is waved at and missed. Strike 1. And Jorgensen with 16 ribbies on the year. Corners are drawn in. She does have some sneaky speed as the pitch misses outside to knot the count up at 1 apiece. And Jaden Benson, the Trailblazer, on deck. Speaking of the Trailblazers, Portland falling behind 3-0 to the Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference Final last night. So Rip City's in some trouble. Trailblazers here potentially in some trouble too in the B bracket, but they do lead 1-0. And the 2-1 pitch swung on and ripped foul to left, but boy, did she get all of that pitch. Winds up over on field 4 there. So 2-2 the count. Sukata trying to collect her second strikeout of the inning. Pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled off to the right. When the on-deck hitter Benson moved to try to avoid getting hit by the ball after it hit the backstop, it actually moved closer to where the ball actually landed. So 2-2. Another pitch due. Sukata from the motion. Outside. And the count 3-2. What almost looked like the hitter Jorgensen expected the home plate umpire to call strike 3, and she was running back toward the dugout. Instead, she's got a full count at the dish with 1 away. And the 3-2. Swung on and grounded towards second and past the diving second baseman Polino for a base hit. So that's the 5th hit of the morning. So you see a good effort there by Polino. Unfortunately for her, just skips past her glove. And here comes Jaden Benson. So we may see Benson in a sacrifice situation here. Again, not a very high batting average, only hitting .243 this year. Top of the order in Britzy Hockett on deck. Squares around the sacrifice, and the bunt is put down foul. As the play is, looks like they're going to say it was in fair territory, so a successful sacrifice bunt. Nobody's going to complain about that. So a sacrifice moves the runner into scoring position. 2-3 on the putout. And now Hockett comes to the plate. She is 0 for 2 today. Reach base on a fielder's choice in the second. Actually ended the second with that fielder's choice. And the pitch on the way. Here's a fastball that catches the inner corner. 0-1. So able to get the job done is Benson with the sacrifice bunt. And now an opportunity for the Trailblazers to widen the lead. The 0-1 pitch, swung on, ground ball, and that's past the diving infielder. They're going to wave the runner home. The throw's going to come into the cutoff man in the circle, and it's 2-0 Blazers. RBI single for Britzy Hockett. Again, past the diving shortstop. Quality effort by Clark to try and get to it. Unfortunately, again, just out of reach for the Rangers. And that'll bring up Olivia Dean with Hockett on base. Dean is 1 for 1 with a double. Was also hit by a pitch today. Pitch on the way is a swing and a ground ball. That's going to sneak through for a base hit. They're going to hold Hockett at second. So now 2 on base for the meat of the order. First pitch that Dean saw went right back up the middle with it. And Brooks, who had an RBI single in her last at bat, is going to swing with a runner in scoring position. And it looks like there's going to be a pitching change. The day for Sukata is done. So a quick pitching change. We'll be back in Spokane after this.
It begins with the ball. You see, a ball is not just leather and rubber. A ball is the seed that communities grow around. We're talking split-second moments that become indelible memories. It creates lifelong friendships. It's a reason for people to celebrate. A ball isn't just a ball. It's a life lesson. It's a tool you use to pursue your best. It's how you earn your greatest victories. How you learn to deal with failure. It's a test that you pass. It's a dream that you catch. It's a future you hold in your hands. It's not just a ball. Bottom, the official ball of you.
So Tuffy is going to come in and pitch for the Rangers. Tuffy, 7.45 ERA, 30 strikeouts, 39 walks. And Olympic in doing so is going to dissolve the flex. So in comes Tuffy to throw. Going to be facing Dakota Brooks, and the first offering on the way is a swing and a high fly ball to right center field. Chasing it back right in front of the wall and collapses after making the grab for the out is Nisbet. So a fashionable way to make that third out. And 1 run will come in to score on 3 Blazer hits in the inning. No errors and 2 runners left on. Top 5th coming back after this.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership.
I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
Fans, don't forget to check out the official tournament merchandise for t-shirts, sweatshirts, Under Armour gear, and more. Everything is fully customizable. Get your tournament gear today. Supplies are limited. Visit them online at nwacstore.com/NWAC. Be sure to follow the NWAC on Twitter and Facebook at NWAC Sports and on Instagram at NWAC Sports 1 for all the latest NWAC news. Also visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on schedules, scores, stats, and more.
Top of inning number 5, we go in a correction as they did not dissolve the flex, did Olympic. Instead, it's a straight substitution, and Utt came in to replace Sukata. So Utt is on deck. And it's going to be Clark, Utt, and Angelo Kuka still up in this half inning as the first pitch from Brooks misses down and in for ball 1. So far today, Clark is 0 for 1 with a ground out. And is now ahead in the count 2-0. And a couple of home runs for her over the course of the year. 23 RBI. And now has a quality count of 3-0. So we get more updates from around the league. Mount Hood 4-2 now over Bellevue as the 3-0 pitch is right down the middle. Big Bend now leading Clackamas 8-4. And the 3-1 swing, and here's a high fly ball to shallow left center field. Center fielder Hockett called for it, and she'll put it away easily for out number 1. Now bring up Jamie Utt. And Utt, over the course of the 2019 season, posted some very good hitting numbers. 298 batting average, played first base in the opening game of the tournament, falls behind 0-1. And Utt with 4 home runs on the year, taking downstairs. As you can see Brooks there in the circle, still working on a shutout here in the 5th. Swinging a high pop-up, and this one is going to leave backwards. And the count goes to 1-2. Boy, nearly a great play made by a Centralia fan back behind the screen. Said it wound up going off of his fingertips and dropping to the pavement. The 1-2, Utt fouls it away. Good off-speed pitch. Had Utt in front, but she was able to slow the bat enough to get a piece of it. Tommy Angelo Kukas waits on deck. In 2 hits today for the Rangers, and there's a strikeout. That is strikeout number 5 on the day so far for Kukas. Pardon, for Brooks. Kukas coming to the plate. Pitch on the way. Will take a called strike at the knees. 0-1. Kukas grounded out to third back in the 3rd inning. And a swing and a ground ball foul to the left side. So the count 0-2, Brooks way ahead. And as a hitter, you have to keep in the back of your mind, she does have a quality fastball, but her out pitch is definitely that off-speed pitch. So keep the hitter off balance, changing up your sequences. We'll see what happens. There's a off-speed pitch that misses low and away, 1-2. Tuffet waiting on deck, the new pitcher for Olympic. The 1-2 swung on and tapped foul at home plate. Boy, a tough pitch to foul off below the knees, but a quality job of doing so for the Olympic left fielder. In the home fifth, Centralia is going to have their 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and that will retire the side. 6 strikeouts through 5 innings. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. Home fifth when we come back. 2-0 Centralia.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership.
I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
Fans, don't forget to check out the official tournament merchandise for t-shirts, sweatshirts, Under Armour gear, and more. Everything is fully customizable. Get your tournament gear today. Supplies are limited. Visit them online at nwacstore.com/NWAC. Be sure to follow the NWAC on Twitter and Facebook at NWAC Sports and on Instagram at NWAC Sports 1 for all the latest NWAC news. Also visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on schedules, scores, stats, and more.
Home half of inning number 5 now. Centralia with a 2-0 lead over the Rangers. And time is running out for Olympic. They've got 6 outs left, and Centralia going to look to pad this lead. Due up is going to be Carlson, Smith, and Olson, the 4, 5, and 6 batters in the Centralia order. You're going to look there at Jamie Carlson, who's leading off. 19 home runs and 69 runs driven in over the course of the year. And now she'll lead things off for the Blazers. She is 0 for 2 today. She grounded out and popped out so far in today's game. She'll try to turn that around against Tuffy, the new pitcher. And right now the starter, Sukata, in line for the loss. And the first pitch still waiting to be thrown by Tuffy. A slower worker than Sukata. Pitch on the way. Here's a breaker that misses downstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. And Jamie, the home run leader for the Blazers, takes ball 2. And no score changes around the rest of the complex. A lot of close games. Mount Hood actually just added 1 more. They now lead Bellevue 5-2. And now the 2-0 pitch. Down low, 3-0 the count. And Brooks on the other side of the affair for Centralia has done a fantastic job from the circle, holding Olympic to only 2 hits. And the 3-0 swing, and there's a flare in the left center field, and that's going to land for a leadoff single for Carlson. And with 2 strikes, you just look for contact anyway. As you can see, Sukata there in the dugout now. And that's going to bring up McKenna Smith, who's 1 for 2 on the day with a base hit as well as a pop-out. And her pop-out was in foul territory over by third. Easy play for Tasaki. And the first pitch to her here shows bunt and puts it down foul to the right side. So Centralia looking to manufacture an insurance run. And McKenna did have 7 home runs over the course of the season with 41 RBI. And the 0-1 offering from Tuffy. Shows bunt and misses at the bunt attempt, so the count 0-2. Well, there's something to be said about the Blazers wanting to manufacture a run, and it looks like they're going to have her do it with 2 strikes. Pulls back, and there's a swing and a drive. That's going to be fair to the left field line. On her way to third is Carlson. She'll hold up halfway there, and it's going to go down as a single. And that ball was absolutely scorched down the left field line over the head of Tasaki. Back-to-back hits to open up the home fifth, and here comes Skylar Olson. And Olson today 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. And it looks like there's actually going to be a pinch hitter for Olson because of those 2 strikeouts. So we take a quick look. It appears to be Devane Kleemeyer coming in to hit. She hit .321 on the year with 2 home runs. She had 6 RBI over the course of the season as well. So 2 runners on base. And you got one of your starting hitters 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Really can't afford another one at this juncture. So the pitch on the way to Kleemeyer is going to be taken on the outside corner, a called strike 1. Waiting on deck is Shelby Levang, who also has a base hit today. Pitch on the way. Here's a fastball off the plate. Count 1-1. And next game is scheduled to start at 12:30 right here on Field 1. Walla Walla and North Idaho. A 1-1 pitch. Good pitch on the outside corner. The count 1-2. Still no outs for the Blazers to this point. A big 1-2 pitch here for Tuffy. On the way upstairs. So the count knots up at 2 apiece. And Olympics Sukata actually went over to the trainer's tent again after she left the game pitching-wise. And time called at the plate as Kleemeyer didn't like how long Tuffy was taking. And Tuffy, a much slower working pitcher than Sukata was. And the 2-2 pitch on the way. Hang the K backwards. Strike 3 call. Got her looking on the inside corner for out number 1. That's a huge first out. And here comes Shelby Levang. Levang 1 for 2 with that single back in the second inning. Opportunity here to widen the margin a little bit. Tuffy through her motion. 2 runners on base. Upstairs, 1-0. In a small strike zone for Levang. Again, you see, 1 for 2. 5'1" is Levang. And a pitch that goes over her head for ball 2. Again, 5'1", she had 9 home runs, 51 RBI. Also swiped a couple of bases for Centralia. Out of Tootle, Washington. The 2-0. High and away, 3-0. So opportunity here to load the bases for Jorgensen. We'll see if they give Levang the green light to swing on 3-0. Odds are it's going to be a perfect fastball down the middle. Shows bunt, pulls back, and takes a called strike. One of those opportunities for Centralia you really can't afford to pass up on, and runs at a premium in this contest. Swung on and fouled back. So battling back from 3-0 is Tuffy. So we get an update from the Big Ben Clackamas game. We're now tied 8-8 in the bottom of the fourth inning. In the Vikings and Cougars over on field 3. And the 3-2. Swing, there's a ground ball toward the middle. They're going to go to second for one. Throw to first is not in time. So they get the fielder's choice. It's going to be 4 unassisted on that fielder's choice. Moving to third is Carlson. So runners at the corners for the Blazers with 2 outs. And here comes Alyssa Jorgensen. Boy, it's hard to throw that ball to first when your momentum is taking you one way. Had to set her feet and about a step the runner had because of that momentum. Able to beat it as Jorgensen beats this ball into the ground. It's going to be fielded cleanly by Polino. The throw to first is in time. So crisis averted here as the first 2 runners get on base and they're both stranded. 2 left on. No errors, 2 hits, and no runs scored. On we go to the 6th inning. Still 2-0.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
More than 48,000 service members have been physically wounded during the military conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan. An estimated 400,000 are living with the invisible wounds of war, including post-traumatic stress disorder, major depression, and traumatic brain injury. The NWAC is honored to have a Wounded Warrior Project veteran at today's games. The NWAC is rallying behind Wounded Warrior Project, a nonprofit organization whose mission is to honor and empower wounded warriors. Wounded Warrior Project connects to more than 100,000 wounded warriors, family members, and caregivers it serves with programs that empower them to live their lives on their own terms. Thanks to generous donors, WWP is proud to offer these services free of charge. To get involved and learn more, visit woundedwarriorproject.org. Please join us in recognizing the veterans in attendance and the service and sacrifice they've provided to our country.
Top half inning number 6, you see them there, the offensive numbers for Centralia today. They've got a total of 2 runs, 9 hits, and 9 runners left on base. So good offensive surge for the Trailblazers. Meanwhile, the Olympic Rangers only have 2 hits, have yet to bring anyone around to score, have left 2 runners on base, and have not had a base runner since the 3rd inning. And the first pitch from Brooks is going to miss downstairs. 9-1-2 hitters due up. It'll be Tuffy, Tasaki, and Polino. Tuffy today is 1 for 1 with a single. And the 1-0 offering just missing outside the count 2-0. And Brooks, to this point, has done a great job. A total of 6 strikeouts. This ball's grounded towards short. The throw is not able to be picked up by the first baseman, Smith. That's going to be a throwing error on the shortstop. That is Dean. And now an opportunity for Olympic with the tying run coming to the plate in the form of their leadoff hitter, Kylie Tasaki. 1 for 2 today with a single of her own. She flew out back in the 1st inning and takes a called strike to kick off her 3rd at-bat. And Tasaki with 18 RBI on the year. And not too often you see a leadoff hitter with a ton of RBI. Again, she's about middle of the pack when it came to that category of leadoff hitters. This ball nearly skips away from the catcher, Carlson. And the count goes to 2-1. And you look over on the other side, 30 RBI for the leadoff hitter for Centralia. That's Hockett. And here's a swing and a line drive, base hit to left field. So the second hit of the day for Tasaki, and the Rangers are in business here. First two hitters on board, one via an error and the other with a solid base hit to left. And here comes the power of Olympic, beginning with Alexandra Polino. Playing second base today, has turned in an 0-for-2 performance thus far. Strikeout and a fly out to her credit, and she takes strike one. And winds picking up now in the Spokane Valley, blowing out toward the right field wall. And the 0-1 swing, and there's a high pop-up to shallow right, and able to run it down toward the line is Olsen. So there's out number one, second time that Polino has skied an out to right field. Now bring up Michelle Nesbitt, the catcher. Nesbitt 0-for-2 with a pop out and a strikeout of her own. And the first pitch, good fastball right down Broadway, taken for strike one. And Nesbitt been uncharacteristically quiet throughout this contest. And the 0-1 pitch, good off speed, same location, 0-2. A shot there of the Olympic dugout. Again, they are looking to get something going, and a check swing foul to the right side, and well out of play it goes. As Clackamas came back to tie the ball game 8-8 against Big Bend, game in the fifth inning. Here's a swing and a ground ball. That is gonna be stopped by the shortstop Dean, but it's gonna go down as an infield single. So the bases are loaded for Vincent. And that ball so deep in the sixth hole. Quality dive by Dean, but no play when she got back to her feet. And now with one out and the bases juiced, there's going to be a conversation with the entire infield for Centralia. Good chance for Olympic to at least scratch one across and make the seventh inning more manageable. But to be blunt, Olympic is down to their last 5 outs. And Centralia really can't afford to give them much more life than what they've already got in this half inning. Vincent, the hitter, is 0-for-2 with a couple of strikeouts. And she re-entered after the, it was Utt who came in for Sukata, so I'm a little ahead of myself in my scorebook. But 0-for-2 with 2 strikeouts today, and Vincent, a good clutch hitter with 32 RBI on the season for Olympic. So a big pressure situation for her here. Pitch on the way, swung on and fouled at home plate. The count 0-1. And both strikeouts have been on the slow off-speed pitch, and another off-speed pitch to kick off this at-bat for Natasha Vincent. Off-speed outside, 1-1. Again, the Rangers masking only 2 hits through the first 5 innings and have matched that in this half. A 1-1. Little golf swing for strike 2. And Vincent down in the hole, and undoubtedly going to see another off-speed pitch, and that's been the bane of the existence of Vincent. There it is, and there's a strikeout. Boy, you know it's coming, and you still can't do anything about it. That's the hat trick for Vincent. And that's going to bring up Shania Nesbitt, who's 0-for-2 with a couple of groundouts. Pitch on the way, taking downstairs, ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes. Bases full of Rangers. And ball 2 down low. So opportunity here for Nesbitt to look for something she can hit hard. She does have 2 groundouts. Both of them have been scorched, though. And the 2-0. Down low, 3-0 the count. So now the question, if you're bust, do you give Nesbitt the green light 3-0? Waiting on deck is Taylor Clark, and the 3-0 pitch. Catching the inside corner, the count 3-1. So still a good hitter's count for Shania Nesbitt. Big pitch, 3-1. Off speed, missing upstairs, and Olympics got a run. So an RBI on the walk. Coming in to score is Tuffy, and that'll bring up Taylor Clark. You can see Coach Buss out there in the third base coach's box. Again, got a run via the walk. And Clark, the opportunity to tie the ball game with a base hit, or perhaps take the lead with a base hit. Good speed around the bases. Here's a swing and a hot shot ground ball foul down the third base line. The count 0-1, a scary strike one. And Clark grounded out and flew out to this point in the ball game. And here's a little bunt, and that's going to land. They flipped to home, and they got the out. Beautiful glove flip from the pitcher, Brooks, to get the runner. That was Tasaki trying to score. It's going to be 1-2 on the flip for the third out. And a fielder's choice hit into by Clark. So one run will come in to score on 2 hits in the inning. No errors. And 3 left on. Back after this, 2-1.
Red Lion Hotels Corporation is built to thrive. With innovative programming and in-the-know staff, our hotel brands offer guests great stays and a chance to immerse in local culture. Red Lion Hotels and Red Lion Inn & Suites are better than ever. For travelers who want to get lost and discover adventure, we open the door to the best local experiences. We have reinvented the loyalty program. Introducing Hello Rewards, the first recognition-based loyalty program that encourages members to go further, fly higher, travel better, with tailor-made rewards. And we're not stopping yet. Presenting Hotel RL, our newest hotel brand. Inspired by the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest, an uplifting, relaxed atmosphere, a staff that loves what they do. For adventurers at heart, Hotel RL will inspire an amazing journey. Our future has never been brighter. 3 strong brands, an expanding portfolio, industry-leading innovation with turnkey solutions, simple fee structures, areas of protection, continued support from day one. We make partnerships easy. Reach a new breed of traveler with RLHC.
Of inning number 6 coming your way now. Again, beautiful Spokane, Washington, starting of the 2019 NWAC Softball Championships. 1 run coming in to score for Olympic. They cut the lead in half, now 2-1 for Centralia. 9-1 and 2 hitters due up for the Trailblazers. And the first offering going to miss down low from Tuffy. Jaden Benson is the hitter. She's 0 for 1 with that sacrifice. And now the 1-0 on the way. It's also drawn a walk. Here's a ground ball foul down the third baseline. The count knots up 1-1. And this is the last real chance for Centralia to add some insurance to this 1-run lead. Olympic able to get 1 run in the top half of the 6th. We'll need at least 1 to keep playing, 2 to take the lead in the 7th, unless Centralia can widen the margin a bit here in the home 6th. And the 1-1 on the way upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. And it's a win or go home game for both of these teams. As Lower Columbia has added another run to their lead. They lead Spokane 6-3. That's also an elimination game. There's a swing and a high pop-up toward the second baseman. Polino is going to make the grab for the first out. So one away, and here comes the top of the order with Britzy Hockett as the wind picks up a bit. It's currently sending my papers in all which directions over here. Hockett 1 for 3 with a base hit and an RBI, and she'll take strike one. She grounded out in the first, reached a fielder's choice in the second, and singled home a run in the fourth. So a quality matchup here as Hockett is waiting the 0-1. Here's a breaker that misses down low. Count 1-1. And meanwhile, Mount Hood leads Bellevue 5-3. That game in the fifth inning. And the 1-1 to Hockett. Swing, and there's a ball hit well down the left side, but also well fouled. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hitter on deck is the shortstop, Dean, who has a couple of hits today. And the 1-2 from Tuffy. Swingers, ground ball toward the middle and through past the diving infielder. So Hockett picks up her second base hit of the day, and Olivia Dean will come to the plate. She doubled and singled to this point in the game. She's also been hit by a pitch. She's been on base all 3 times she has been up. Came around to score back in inning number 3 on an RBI single by Dakota Brooks, the on-deck hitter. Pitch on the way. Missing upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. Again, Tuffy's got to put on a strong front here. Can't allow the deficit to go any further than it already is. It's a manageable 1-run deficit at the moment. And the 1-0 on the way. Swinging as a high fly ball drifting foul to the left side. It will land where nobody can get at it. And that double that she hit was to the left corner. And the very next batter, Dakota Brooks, is able to come through on a bloop single. The 1-1. Puts a bunt down the third baseline. Picked up. The throw to first is not in time. Throw to second is not in time either. So a base hit for Dean, catching everybody off guard. That's her third base hit of this ball game. And that puts 2 on base for the ever-dangerous Dakota Brooks, who is 1 for 3 today with an RBI single. It's grounded out once and flown out once. Pitch on the way. Upstairs, ball 1. Hitter on deck, Jamie Carlson. And 1 home run behind Carlson in the season. And here's a swing and a high pop-up to the right side, chasing it toward the dugout, the first baseman, and it's going to hit the top of the roof and go out of play. Vincent giving good chase to that ball over there, but it will squeak out. So 1-1 the count to Brooks. Lower Columbia adding another run, 7-3 the score. And there's a called strike, 1-2. That game in the 6th inning as well. Looks like Lower Columbia may hold on to beat Spokane out to fight another game. They're going to play the winner of this game, either Spokane or LCC. And Lower Columbia lost in their opening game to Walla Walla. Then defeated Skagit last night to get to their game today. 2-2, swung on. That ball's hit well to right field. Drifting back a bit toward the wall and making the grab is going to be Nisbet. Runner at second tags and goes to third. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. And now put a runner on third and a runner on first for Carlson. Carlson, 1 for 3 on the day, singled in her last plate appearance, has also popped up and grounded out. Carlson looking for her 70th RBI on the year. Tuffy through the motion. In the dirt, ball 1. Now Hood ups their lead 6-3 over Bellevue. And a lot of great games going on right now. Lower Columbia continues to add on. They lead 7-3. 1-0. Swing, and there's a line drive towards center field, and it's going to hold up long enough for Gibbons to get underneath it. And that is how the 6th will come to an end. So it's do or die time for Olympic College. 2-1 back in Spokane after this.
Red Lion Hotels Corporation is built to thrive. With innovative programming and in-the-know staff, our hotel brands offer guests great stays and a chance to immerse in local culture. Red Lion Hotels and Red Lion Inn and Suites are better than ever. For travelers who want to get lost and discover adventure, we open the door to the best local experiences. We have reinvented the loyalty program. Introducing Hello Rewards, the first recognition-based loyalty program that encourages members to go further, fly higher, travel better, with tailor-made rewards. And we're not stopping yet. Presenting Hotel RL, our newest hotel brand. Inspired by the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest, an uplifting, relaxed atmosphere, a staff that loves what they do. For adventurers at heart, Hotel RL will inspire an amazing journey. Our future has never been brighter. 3 strong brands, an expanding portfolio, industry-leading innovation with turnkey solutions, simple fee structures, areas of protection, continued support from day one. We make partnerships easy. Reach a new breed of traveler with RLHC.
Do or die time for Olympic. As you see Coach Buss out there in the third base coach's box, had some words to pass along to his team before they head up for what could be their last at-bat of the season. It is going to be Utt, Angelo Kukas, and Tuffy, 7-8-9. Due up for the Rangers. Again, Utt with her second at-bat. She struck out in her first appearance and waves at the off-speed pitch. 0-1 came in for Sukata in the 5th inning. Finds herself behind in the count here. So the 0-1 pitch is going to be taken on the outside corner, 0-2. And 1 run came in to score in the last inning for the Rangers. It was Tuffet, who's due up third in this inning, who initially reached base on an error and later came around to score after a couple of base hits, then an RBI walk. 1-2 pitch, swung on and fouled back. And winners will go on to face either LCC or Spokane. Losers will pack up the bus and head home. 1-2. Swing and a foul tip back into the glove, strike 3. So that's going to bring up Tommy Angelo Kukas, 0 for 2 to this point. Struck out and grounded out. And her first offering on the way. Here's a fastball catching the corner, 0-1. An Olympic with 2 outs left to try and get at least 1 run. Walla Walla, North Idaho to play next on this field. There's a ground ball over the middle of base hit. That's going to tail to the right. Rounding first and on her way to second. The throw is in time. Oh, my goodness. Talk about running yourself out of an opportunity, trying to get in scoring position. A very ill-advised turn. And what could have been the tying run on base turns into a single and a throw out from center field, 8-6 for the second out. My goodness. And here's a swing and a foul tip up the third baseline by Tuffet, as she now represents the final hope of the Rangers their entire season, as a matter of fact. An unfortunate circumstance there that could have been put in scoring position for the top of the lineup. And now the 0-1 swing and a foul tip off the catcher Carlson's mask, and now the Rangers are down to their last strike. Top of the order, and Tasaki on deck. And tying run represented by Tuffy at the plate. And Brooks into her motion. Fastball outside, 1-2. Again, 1 for 2 on the day is Tuffet. Reached base on a single in the third and also reached base on an error and came to score last inning. 1-2. Upstairs. Deuces are wild here in the top half of the seventh inning. 2-2 with 2 away. Yeah, it's going to be batter to batter for Olympic. They're just swinging a foul back. So Olympic season still alive. As you can see Coach Buss there in the third base coach's box. His team on the block. 2-2. Swung on and fouled off again. Tuffy, a very good contact hitter. It's going to be a very tough hitter to strike out. And a 2-2. Swing and a pop-up on the right side. This should do it. And it will be hauled in by the first baseman, Smith. A near collision with Brooks. And that is the ball game. A final score of 2-1 in favor of the Blazers. They will live to play another game. Olympic is headed home. We've got another game for you coming up shortly here on Field 1 in about 45 minutes. North Idaho taking on Walla Walla in A bracket play. On behalf of the NWAC and our entire crew over there in the production truck, I'm Wes Tucker. We'll see you in a little bit.
It begins with the ball. You see, a ball is not just leather and rubber. A ball is the seed that communities grow around. We're talking split-second moments that become indelible memories. It creates lifelong friendships. It's a reason for people to celebrate. A ball isn't just a ball. It's a life lesson. It's a tool you use to pursue your best. It's how you earn your greatest victories. How you learn to deal with failure. It's a test that you pass. It's a dream that you catch. It's a future you hold in your hands. It's not just a ball. Bottom, the official ball of you.
Fans, don't forget to check out the official tournament merchandise for t-shirts, sweatshirts, Under Armour gear, and more. Everything is fully customizable. Get your tournament gear today. Supplies are limited. Visit them online at nwacstore.com/NWAC. Be sure to follow the NWAC on Twitter and Facebook at NWAC Sports and on Instagram at NWAC Sports 1 for all the latest NWAC news. Also visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on schedules, scores, stats, and more.